potentially could be working, but hard to know. Also did a good game. Did a bit. Probably gonna be Nomads. Yeah. Man, I'm needling. Fine. Hopefully this doesn't echo. And I'll also need to change the name. I get round to that. Okay, I actually don't remember how I used to change the name, so we're just gonna keep it at number 2, even when it's supposed to be number 3. Right now, about this game. Xerox fitting the Swarmlings. I don't really want to be the Swarmlings. There's no TP tile, double late TPs. It's okay, but I definitely like Nomads more actually, because the Goblins are strong, but they have the problem of being black on revised. Dwarves also, I think, have some problems. Ice Bars also getting Swarmlings. Would have quite liked it if Ice Bar just bid Dwarves, because then I would be very happy with Nomads and Sevox on Swarmlings, and Swarmlings are the one that I think I'm most confident about outscoring. Just I'll need to consider Dwarves and Goblins a bit, and Swarmlings too. But I think Nomads feel safely 5 points. To be honest. So Wizard started D3, D2, C1. Not even sure if that's good. Someone's probably started the dig. I think Nomad's a fan of Priest. Can either go for shipping with it or send it to a cult. Dwarves, G4, G6. Yeah, Goblins. The thing with the revised is that everywhere is very bad, so you've got a bunch of different options. So you've got C4, which I don't think is needed here to be honest, but it feels like a sad place to go, but often is required. We've got G5, which is maybe where they want to go the most. We've got F3, which is central, but it's very hard to turn into anything. And you really need to get E4. You've got C1, which is similar problem to F3. F3 you can go with E6, I suppose. Stream's working, although don't think chat is shown up on the stream. I'll see if I can troubleshoot that. Are you gonna let me change the shape or just the size? Nope, okay. I'll just leave it at that, see if that does anything. Yeah, thanks. If it goes well, I think for this one I'll mostly just focus on the game and I'll deal with the weird stream software things later. But at least there's something working, at least the game seems to be working. Are dwarves even that bad? They start big buildings and they can open double temple, or they can go for a tunnel because it's sanctuary round 2. And I think with double temple, you don't, well, you obviously don't want to build a sanctuary round 2, but like, no, you can, but that feels more like a sandwich dwarfs thing, not a no color neighbor dwarfs. And no color neighbor dwarfs probably can't be that bad. So it could be temple and tunnel. Temple, tunnel, and dig. Or I guess temple, tunnel, and priest action. Nomads also don't have to take the priest, and Swarmlings don't even take the dig. Like, there's a chance Nomads are getting the dig. Goblins are probably left with something very bad like coal coins. And then, yeah, Goblins gameplay looks pretty rough. You can open 2 temples, but I don't really feel like that's actually the best opening. But you also don't really like the Sanctuary round 2. Like, you get a token, but then you have 2 cold steps over workers. Maybe you can make it, but I just don't think you won't be taking the cold steps over 2 workers until late game. But maybe you can find a way where if you get dwellings out early enough, you're not going to need the workers. But I think you're going to struggle with that because you're in first seat. Maybe you go ship squad and get the double dig. Okay, more nomads putting time, I think. Although dwarves really aren't that bad, actually. Dwarves can definitely make something work here. As nomads, is the plan temple into stronghold, temple into sanctuary? it's Timberland to Stronghold, it's probably Earth 1. If it's Timberland to Sanctuary, probably. It could be Ear 2. Hmm. Goblins don't normally have a ton of power. Dwarves don't normally have a ton of power. Swarmlings normally have a lot of power and do have quick rounds. So Ear 2 could be I think it's pretty average value in terms of how likely we are to get good power actions. The problem with goblins is that they might take Ear 2 as well here. Just looking at the core ords, and as could dwarves. Is it just dwarves? Hmm. I really feel like it's just dwarves, right? Like, it's not the greatest setup, but. Okay, Wizardman starting again. Do dwarves get neighbors and stuff? If nomads don't go E5 though, you get this. I guess one problem could be Swarmlings D5. I think you can even hard dig with big building, or it feels pretty strong. Just like, well, even if you have to hard dig, it feels somewhat good. And it's not a bad track, but everyone's 10, you have a 10-point edge on everyone. It's like a pretty even track for everyone. You're connecting, you're probably not going to get the greatest network, but I think I'll take balls. Maybe I'm missing something, but I just don't think it can go that wrong. Yeah, we've already got a friend. This is great. I wasn't even sure if I was getting a friend, and I still wanted wolves. One thing will be whether I get the priest or the big building, because I sort of want big building next round. But I guess one option is I could let goblins have big building and then try to pass on to it. So I take like cult coins and then do something. But like I don't really want cult coins. I can like temple, dig, dwelling, cult step. I feel like I need to commit to stalling pretty early, and that's assuming nomads take the priest, of course. And assuming it's not d5. If it's d5, I will need to probably go for e7 pretty quickly. It is d5, okay. Although I think I can still make it work. It's also e5 nomad, so I'm probably not getting d4. But that only really locks me out of c2. And I'm pretty sure I get g2. g4. That could be fun, but I think it's bad. so I'm not going to do it. I wonder where the third one's going. It's probably E8. This one's always tricky because if you planted 2 ship early, you don't want to start E8. You don't want to start like anywhere here. I've seen on revised people have started like H1 or like I7 just so that they can do shipping and not have their starting dwelling in the way of their dwelling building. Double East. I mean, that's good for me, but it's very bad. B4. Well, this is definitely a start. So I think the plan will be if nomads take big building, I go for the priest. If nomads take the priest, I might go for coal coins. Yeah, it's a good move, taking the priest. If I want to go for E7, that impacts the dwellings I build round 1. Unless I'm on big building. In which case I get. Yeah, I really also feel like he does it a lot, but like on revised, it's so much worse. Like you have this red, you have this yellow that you need to go through. Like this area is like really bad, and you can't ship around to B5. That this hex, I don't know why, but they just made this hex so bad for black, and I mean it was worse than G5 on a regular base anyway, and then they've just made it worse. So I don't know why you're double east here. No, I'll go for the coal coins because it's more fun. Big building was maybe just better, but coal coins is a more fun line. We'll see. Maybe I'm totally wrong, and goblins don't even want big building. They take temp ship, no, ship scoring. They take the 6 coins. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Black on revised is pretty bad. That's why I was only really interested in nomads and dwarves. I also don't love swarmlings here. I think I should probably just go for E7. Although, it does make my town a little bit more, I guess, sad. No, not my town. My early dwelling economy. But I think I actually don't hate my chances of getting D4 here either, and also it guarantees me Swarmling Leech, which I think was pretty likely anyway, because they just come to E7, but yeah, I have. I mean, I think the idea is that everyone wants to go Temple round 1, Sanctuary round 2. That was my plan. Double Temple's obviously not going to work because I don't have neighbors on F4. But I really hoped Goblins would go for Double Temple, and then I can pass on to Big Building round 2, was the logic behind taking coal coins. And I think Nomads had like the same logic as me. They take the priest over the big building round 1, and then I take the big building, and then they pass after me. And Swarmlings just needed the dig because they have no neighbors, and they need to go for E7 to get their neighbors. So I'm gonna give Goblins the lead to a double dig here. And the hope is that they take double dig, and then I can pass before them onto the big building tile. Because they should know that building dwellings is good. I might skip my cult step, because it's quite a lot better than the alternatives. Like, it's just, aside from the dig, but I don't think I'm getting the dig. But maybe Goblins have other plans. If Goblins go for the double dig, I'm definitely using my cult step, because I think I will try it now last Nomads. Zevok takes the workers. I imagine he's going to open Stronghold Temple Dwelling. That's pretty strong. I could consider Air 2 over Earth 2, but there's so many coins. I think I just want Earth 2. I do love a good Air 2 Dwarves game. Those are always very, very fun. Let's see. So, they have a lot of power. They could alternatively buy the Priest and send it, but Double Diggers, it's just got to be the best. Like, this gets you 2 workers, 4 points. This gets you 2 dwellings, which is basically 2 workers, and then, well, it doesn't get you the 4 points, but then you can take, like, anything else. He takes 1 work. What? Well, I mean, I guess that means he's not passing. But I am very confused. Maybe he wants to now double Temple Run 1, just not on the big building tile. Because he's worried about missing Earth 1? Nomads by a second priest? Okay, actually, I'll be able to use my cult coins, cult step here. What cult do I go up on, though? Is it water? Because I figure I'm not getting the 3 spot on air, so it's not gonna matter if I go up on air. I might miss the 3 spot on water, though, still. I don't know what Nomad's plan is. I think it's probably 1 priest to air, 1 priest for shipping, although they don't have a ton of coins. Yeah, they're definitely not going to afford their stronghold or sanctuary round 2 if they go for shipping. But if they send both priest to cults, maybe they will get the coins from the cult rewards. So my hope for next round is Sanctuary Earth 1, but I'm fine with Sanctuary Air 2 if I get Earth 1 block. And then 2 dwellings. If I can't get 2 dwellings, I'll just tunnel. I lose the single dig. Yeah, I can tunnel H6, and then round 3 I can put my 2 dwellings. And I have a ton of workers. Gonna need to find coins somewhere, but that shouldn't be too bad. There is a chance that the cold step on water is not going to pay off, and Nomads are going to go for the 3 spot now. I don't know how they plan to get to 4. Um, but it's definitely reasonable for them to go for the 3 spot in water. Priest to Earth or shipping is also reasonable. They go for shipping. So unless Goblins go like double econ and then have the resources to Sanctuary first move round 2, I think I'm going Priest to Water first and then Sanctuary Air 2 because I think I'm probably getting Earth unblocked this round, but I don't know. Maybe if Swarmlings go like something else, like an econ favor, and then have the resources to Sanctuary immediately round 2 as well. Could be worth considering. I just go for it now. I don't know whether that's good or not. I mean, you don't really want to build the Sanctuary round 2, but I also don't really think there's much they want to do. Their game looks pretty rough. Zivak goes for Earth 2. This is a very solid game. He takes more workers. Why? Does he want a stall? I don't know at this point. He's got no tokens left. If you're going for Sanctuary round 2, you needed an Econ favor round 1. Where needed to double Econ round 1. This is a pretty satisfying 4 temples line. And he's getting double dick. Okay. That's reasonable. That's definitely reasonable. So he's getting 2 temples, 2 dwellings. That's not bad. Actually, not bad at all. He's gonna have, like, probably 3 coins next round. But coins can be a work in progress. And he's getting a lot of power from me. Nomads could go for shipping scoring here and try to get the coins action. They just go for the spade. I think that's probably correct. But was an interesting line of thought. A chance Goblins get the coins action. I don't really want to. I think they could actually have a strong game if they got that. I wonder if Zivok's taking it, because he burns to 5, but it's also very good for him, because if he wants to Sanctuary this round, he needs to. I think he probably sends a Priest, and then just hopes no one else is taking it, although Goblins could definitely take it. No, he takes it. Interesting. Probably right, too, to be honest. What's some Nomads plan this round? Is it going to be Dig Free 6? I'd like it if it was Dig Free 6. I would not like it if it was Dig for D4. Priest to Earth. Okay, yeah, that's probably the sensible play. Goblins Priest to Air. I think I Sanctuary Earth one. Oh, I was going to take them big again. If I do that. Hmm. Undo. I think I prefer this. I think I want to give Goblins the Leech for a second double dig. And double Acon's fine. Goblins do already have Ear 2. Maybe a double Econ wouldn't have been good, but it doesn't matter because we don't need double Econ. I guess the question now is double Econ better anyway? And I think the answer is no, it is not. It was a solid backup, but I don't think it's what I want at all. I'll take this though. For sure. All the leech. All the air priests are gone. I don't really care about air. It's got decent cot rolls, but like just chump it, I guess. I'll dog. I have no idea how dog does so well at dogging, but this is the game to try. So, passing. I will be passing second. Goblins, I don't know. If I'm on dwelling scoring, that kind of sucks. If I'm on dig or 6 coins, that's kind of great. Yeah, okay, if you're going for the sanctuary line, you should have taken that round one. He's gone much more leech than I thought, and he's gonna get more. I can also build another dwelling now. Wait, Nomads are passing on to the big coins grab. So, Goblins are going to be really short coins a second time. Everyone's got pretty strong openings, except I guess Nomads. Or I mean like strong in terms of what you can expect for and one. Temple 6 dwellings is pretty good, but compared to like Sanctuary 5 dwellings, Stronghold Sanctuary TP, Sanctuary Temple 2 dwellings. Sanctuary Temple 2 dwellings in particular is pretty insane. And Sanctuary 5 dwellings is very strong too. So I guess this if Fickles is still here, that must be E10's actually sort of paid off because it's gotten them a ton of leech. Like it's gotten 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when did they upgrade it? They upgraded it after I got my temple, so 5, 6 leech. I thought the real thing that was good for them was G4 being upgraded. I'll take dwelling scoring here. I'm gonna do one tunnel to H6, and then I might just hard dig. That's better than another tunnel, because it sets me up for towns. Although I'm gonna need to build a lot of non-scoring TPs if I want to hit these towns. I don't really like building non-scoring TPs. Maybe the line is just get one town and go for C5. Because I'm gonna need to build a TP to get like water 1 anyway, right? Yeah, that sounds fine. So I'm gonna be looking for maybe quick pass onto Cockcoins. That would involve tunnel, of course, hard dig, double dig, F7. Yeah, this is the problem. We talked about the good things about double East here. This is the serious problem. You're not getting C4, so you're not really getting out until you get to H5. And you've just had to do this double dig through F7, which is definitely ugly. I'm gonna build here, just in case Nomads get any ideas. Maybe I want to priest to Earth. Someone's talking priest to Earth. Someone's want to take a dig. I think that's my read. If it's wrong, oh well. Yeah, he's quite a greedy player though. In terms of not points greedy, but like in terms of actions, like oh, he will leave this dig out if he thinks he wants priest to Earth more. So I might be losing that, but if I do, I get priest to fire, and priest to fire is fine. Just means I play a cultier game. Like I probably take either one step up each cult or two step if it's somehow there. But no, he just goes C4. He'll take his 2 key town, I imagine. Yep. Definitely good. or a solid start for Swarmlings, but I also I don't know. I just see Swarmlings getting outscored here. They, well, I didn't see them getting outscored by Nomads, but looking at this Nomads game, I don't really see that anymore. But I think I'm outscoring them. I don't know. I've got a lot of points, and I'm probably getting second network. We've got decent Colts. Although Goblins are network contenders, but I just don't know if they have the space. And their coins have been horrible for the whole game. They've never really had proper coin economy. I was debating hard digging C5, and I think I'm gonna do that anyway for my town. But I think this round I'm gonna go for G2. Because I don't trust Nomads to not just go for that. Although, they can't go for it this round. But I want coins first action. Next round. Maybe I'm not getting coins. Maybe Goblins are passing. If Goblins pass, I get the spade though, so I don't really care. I have 2 digs coming in. Am I doing anything with them? Probably not. Might just be. I think I'm just gonna go for this move anyway. Uh, Passing's pretty good too. Passing definitely looks pretty decent. I think I'm gonna leave this dwelling. Because if I do get past, I'll get the spade. See, look, there's so many workers. Not a ton of coins, which is weird. Like, none of us have coins. I mean, yeah, none of us have gone for like Fire 1 or any form of coins, because there's so many coins in the cards, but there's actually not that much coins elsewhere in the game. I'm wondering whether my cold spades can go online. Okay, he passes, but he doesn't go for the coins. He goes for the shipping scoring. I think I go for the coins over the dig. Because it also comes with a cold stack. What turn am I taking though? Am I taking one step of each call anyway? I can just close Earth. Or I can go for Priest Town. Or Worker Town. But I have a lot of workers. Coin Town. But it's a coin town. I think I want one step of each call. 2 towns this round is also potentially possible, but I don't think I want to go for that because it feels very expensive and involves things like a fire too, which I don't think I want to take at all. Very good at Swarmlings that have already got their digs upgraded a little bit. And he hasn't got that much leech either. I'm not sure how he's managed it, which is very impressive. And he passes on to 61. I'm gonna see if I can hope for maybe a quad round, but then if I take coins first move round 5, I'll lose water 1. So there's gonna be a decision point later in the round where I can either go for Temple Water 1, which really means I desperately need coins next round, or don't go for it and then either pass up coins or take coins and lose water 1. So like, the way to get both means that I can have a very bad game if it turns out wrong. Okay, who else is good? I think it's really just Swarmlings that have much of a game. Nomads have Nomads and Goblins doing okay. I do think they're in less good positions than um so okay, coins goes. I think I just dig this. Hopefully the stream's okay. Let's see. I think it's fine. Maybe that was just a BGA thing. BGA just does special things sometimes, like claims I'm not connected to the internet apparently, when uh, so I'm not building anything else aside from a TP this round. But I might actually wait, I only have 4 structures. No, I have 5. Okay. So yeah, these cultivates are really gonna be quite useless, which is unfortunate. Seven's also going to get his town this round. Getting a ton of points. Goblins take Coins Town. They'll get their ship up. How how risky am I feeling? Because I could do the temple. No, I can't do the temple with one line. I would need a little more power so that I can get the coins action. But that would. How much power do I need? I need 4 more coins this round, and then have 1 income, so that would be 4, 3, 3 and bolt 4, bolt 2, bolt 3, what am I talking about? Yes, I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna get go forward 1 right now. Oh wait, no, I got a leech. Actually, if I do go forward 1 right now, still not enough. Convert 2, so I can take more leech. I don't think I'm getting a ton more leech. I can go for Air 1 or like Air 1 or yeah, there's not great other options. I could try to take water. Sorry, it's a refurb that doesn't look like this. I need to figure out how to be more active talking about the game. I need to. What is sorry for this? I need to pass before. What, Nomads? Nomads just went for Water 1. Okay. They're going to be in a very bad position when they realize that they have no coins. And the only real chance at coins is the 6 coins grab. I think I'm safe to cold step. Oh no, goblins are going to be annoying. Okay. Maybe I cold step fire. Hmm. Are they really going to use another token to close Earth? When that probably means they lose air? The only thing I'm really risking is a cold step. So I think that's fine to keep this. Nomads will use their sandstorm. They could in theory pass, but I think they're just gonna use their sandstorm. I don't know, Nomads really affording like 3 towns connection. Well, I mean my cult digs are going on EA, so I don't really think they can connect. Without Water 1, building a bunch of TPs doesn't feel very good. So I think I'm probably looking at just building my dwellings, finishing my towns, maybe upgrading digging. But I don't think I'm fitting the stronghold. I think I'm just I think I'm just building dwellings, building TPs to build more dwellings, and tunneling a bunch. I think it's 3 structures left, I'm pretty sure. I'm getting to 2. Okay, they are closing up. Well, that's probably a mistake. But really, yeah. Nomads. Very broke. They're not passing. Oh, well, yeah, actually, I was on cult coins, so I'll have 4 coins going into next round. They'll pass for 7. Maybe I should have tried to get on the dwelling floor, because that's a little bit better. But if I got on that, I think that means there's there's pretty much no chance of getting a useful power in 6. Anyway. This guy's looking like we will all win one cult. Swarmlings can potentially look at taking water or fire, depending on how much me and Nomads are going to fight for them. I think I'm going to fight somewhat hard. Maybe not water 3 level hard, but I'll definitely use my priests. Nomads are in a slightly more difficult place because they need shipping. Well, actually, they said maybe not water 3, but if I'm building another temple, Air 1 doesn't look very great. Lines of 6 coins on their power, they'll be okay for coins. Goblins are once again out of tokens. Pretty much out of resources. But they got their water 1, so they're happy, I guess. Although they're blocking water priests, don't do that. That would be very bad. ship. That's what they should be doing. And then they can make their town in the south. Could go with G3, but I think they probably want the neighbor more than the hits. And I can just never neighbor them on I9 if they take it. Nomads have also now lost E8, so their connection is tricky. They've got D6, which I would also potentially take. Zevok can dig E8, but if he does, he's going to dig it to blue. He's not going to dig it to yellow. Everyone's getting lots of spades. Okay, coins. What am I taking with my town? Probably... Priest? I think we need to wait and have a look close to the time. Builds F1. I don't think he's going to get smashed. Nomads look to have big dreams, which involve building a sanctuary for their third town. If they decide to follow through on these big dreams, I think I will beat their network, maybe. For now, I'm just presting for war. I think I want to defend it. And also it means Zevok might spend resources going up on fire. Which would be good for me, because that hurts Nomads and hurts Zevok, because he's spending resources to take points away from Nomads. But Nomads are likely getting a fight too. I can send my priest to water, which would secure my connection this round. Or, yeah, if I do that, I can take a single dig, which would secure my connection this round. I'm also thinking that with that dig, I want to spend the resources to tunnel a second time. So, like, tunnel to grey, build a dwelling, because I think 2 workers to 4 points is a pretty good exchange, given that I can't build water 1 TPs. Although, network is potentially another factor. Oh, I just get a leech anyway, that's nice. I should maybe start looking at declining bigger leeches. Although a 3 for 2 is not that big. I will take a 2 for 1. Yeah, my points are admittedly starting to feel a little low. But this is after everyone's built quite a lot of TPs. And I still have a lot of resources. Eventually in a good position for this dwelling scoring, although goblins will obviously be in a better position. Just depends on the actions, I think, because I'm gonna have the longest round. If I single dig d6 grey, I think Sepok leads it. He has no real reason to take it. There's been 5 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. It's a little too much to build. They do have a priest. Can always take a priest town. One, two, three, four, six, seven. Yeah, I have the coins. So I think I'm going to build a TP that doesn't trigger the town right away. So it's probably going to be the E9 TP. I'll take another 2 for 1. Actually, I'll take workers. Like, action. Then Goblins take a power turn. I imagine that's just because they're out of coins. Yeah. Potentially makes getting single dig awkward, but I think they have 3 power. I need 3 leech. Maybe I don't get that actually. But I don't really mind. I'm fine to just build dwellings. I can always take Power Town. Maybe that's bad value actually. Is there a chance declining leech is better? I don't think I want bad value, but it may have been an unnecessary risk. I also going to build G1 I3. We are G1 I3. What passes? It's good for him because he gets ship skull, but it's annoying for me because now I'm never getting dwelling scored. But I'm fine with the spade or the priest. They both have lots of coins. Oh, that might not be winning cult. Would be pretty huge. Nomads just pass. Totally reasonable. I'm gonna need to see what Goblins do that. That will really be what decides my round. Priest of air. I want priest of water. What am I using TPs? Way too much. They are TP here. One, two, three, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I think I'm gonna need to decide my town now. I think I just take this loss and say that taking the workers action lost me a point. But that's fine. Got me a stall, which can potentially keep goblins off scoring tile. So it's really not like that bad. I don't want this. I think so. 2 for 1. If I didn't agree this, I could have built I3, but I think I have my hexes anyway. Even if I lose I3. Which I might not. Someone might want Leech, or they might want neighbors to build. To go for their town with more TPs. Goblins might be able to outstall me. No, they don't. Okay. Priest to water. I think I just want to do that in case. Now, so I have more tempo. But maybe that was better to do start of next round to stall. Actually, probably was, but I'll take a priest, which can be a worker, and 4 coins over a cold set, which priest could also be, or 2 more coins. Nomads are now basically not connecting. They need G3 if they want to connect, which is going to be a triple dig. So I'm pretty sure I can beat their network, because I don't think... get down to 2 structures. They'll Real idea work. Goblins are out of space. Think I buy this. 5, 5, 3, 4. Yep, I can afford that. Although, no household workers. And other people definitely want this bruise to fire. So I think I have 6. 6. 6. 4, 3 is my first calculation. So that would be 10 plus 15 is 25. So 136 plus we'll just say Winnie 156. Don't think Zivok has a 156 game. I don't think anyone has a 156 game. Should oh well. Actually, it would have been a 2 for 1. 2 for 1s aren't really worth it either. Actually, maybe Nomads aren't getting to 2 structures because they have a bit of an economy problem, and there's no coins turns left. Well, I'm gonna build here because they might smash it. Goblins aren't gonna smash with no dig advances. Being like 20 points ahead of everyone else does feel very good. We'll see if I stay 20 points ahead of everyone else. My bet is almost certainly not 20 points, but I think I could stay about 10 points ahead of everyone else. Which, funnily enough, was the auction. I'm wondering whether this was just a massive auction win, because Wolves really didn't look that bad, and I don't think I got many great breaks. Like, Double East is good, but like they were giving me Leech anyway. Like, this was a good break because it hurt Zevot, but maybe I was just ahead of Zevot anyway. Like, I was really not sure why Swarmlings would have been good. I actually thought they might have been the 40 faction, which feels sort of crazy. But the thing is, all the other factions are just capable of having really big games, and Swarmlings are too, but it feels like a big Swarmlings game. You need to take a lot more risks. Now I will take my workers. I think I just want Air 1. I can go for the Fire Cult or like 5-3, but that's only going to be 4 points at most. Depending on who specifically decides to pass me and whether they were going to pass me without it. So I think Air 1 is more points. So I want 5-3 is a resource point. Counting out coins. But the only way 5-3 is 4 points is if Goblins were going to pass me if I don't take it, which isn't guaranteed, and Swarmlings are for some reason not going to use these 5 priests to overtake me on the fire cult. So there's a chance fire 3 would be like basically just a resource point. Zero upgrade shipping, he still can't reach I9. So he's not going to mess with me there, although maybe he connects. Actually, wait, yeah, does he just win network? Maybe Xerox game is decent, but better than I think. He's kind of poor right now, though. I don't really see what he does about that. Goblins, can they get to 15 network? Also, Nomads have a no, Nomads don't have a sandstorm. Okay. Can Nomads get to 14? They have stuff. Oh, they have space. Do they have stuff? 3 workers, 5 coins. I count 5 things. They need 8 things. That means I don't want to give them leech. I don't want to give anyone leech. Goblins are probably the best bet to give leech to. Yeah, and they can be the best bet. Like, town. But I also don't want to let them get to 15 network. Temple. 5-3. 5-2. They're not making coins. Oh, this is a tough move. Who gets the leech? Nomads can maybe time a network for them leech, but it's not guaranteed. I think Nomads get it. Because I think they're gonna be. They'd need another leech. No, they need 3 more leech. Okay, yeah, they're not getting 3 more leech. Unless they've got like actively gives it, which isn't his okay, they decline it. We're fine, I think. It may be more points to connection block Zevok? No, I can't properly connection block. You need to actually take the Hex to connection block, I can't just dig it. Now I think Zevok gets the leech, because I'm only giving them one. I think I am gonna have to close the doors for this town. Hopefully, though, that means they still can't get to their 15 network. Xerox needs a third ship and 2 dwellings. So then it's 10 coins and 4 workers and a priest. Let's say it takes ship town. He has some workers, but I don't think he has the coins. I think this might be a 4. Nope, Nomads aren't getting network. It's not going to be a 4-way tie. Although they might. Nope, they're not going to get that leech until Silk's turn. He takes the power. I would have tried to build the TPs first, but I don't think it matters. Don't make him do another stall. No. Worth it. He would need a double dig, because he doesn't have the workers to hard dig. Twice. So it would imply that he isn't spending any more power, which isn't happening, so he's not getting 15. We're all going to be stuck on 14. Because Zivok's 3 reels is short, so he needs a 5 leech. Goblins are a little bit less than 3 reels is short, to be honest. No, they're probably more, actually. Oop, passing. Very tense network. At the end. I guess one thing is goblins finding a way to win here. think I'm beating Zillick anyway, although he does pass for 13. Um, so he effectively is 9 on me because I also pass. Okay, 128. Yeah, no, I'm pretty confident that should be enough. 8-point edge. 9-point edge with resource. Unfortunate that Nomads didn't get. Yeah, that's a good question. The North Town's pretty. I think that's Goblins first. I mean, thanks for the stream. Yeah, no problem. Pretty fun game. More like chumpy than I'm used to. Although round two, like it's definitely reasonable. Like I'm not saying it was a bad move, but I do normally wait a little bit longer. But I think it made sense because I wasn't building more temples until later, and I was able to skip Order 1 probably because of it. And Double East Black was probably overall a very good break for me. We'll see, maybe Goblins actually have enough to beat Zivok. It was actually a really solid Goblins game given Double East, and I think it actually helped them get an impressively snowbally rad one. But I just think, they had that extra work going into round two, and they just prioritized coins a little bit more. They would have had a They could have had a much stronger game. I definitely underestimated them. Nomads, unfortunately, quite a bit behind. Not getting to that 14 network. So it's going to be quite sad for them. Uh, I have to wonder if this G4 was correct. It was definitely good for goblins and got them enough early leech that we'll have a trust. Is that going for E9? I didn't really think about that as an option. But yeah, that would have definitely slowed down my game a lot if I lost E9. Yeah. The worker tokens run one was maybe not ideal. Have a look at the stats before playing the stream. I got the most VP awarded, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting Dwarves to get the most points, but I did lose a decent bit to Leech. Sevok would have beaten me if we started at even points, so yeah, I guess it was the right auction was somewhere in between what we thought, because I was thinking Dwarves have got to be pretty even, if not maybe even better than Swarmlings. Swarmlings would be a nice one here. 2E? Earth 2? You took that anyway. Three power. 3 power? 3 coins? 4 power? What's 3 power? I'm gonna stop deciphering these chats. 7 coins. I took one, but I didn't really need a ton because I was dwarfs. Where's coins? Coins. Coins? Where's coins? Coins. Got the least coins, that makes sense because dwarfs. But conversions 13, 21, 27, 22. I thought I'd done more coin conversions than other people actually. This feels very high for a game, right? I think it might be because everyone just assumed they'd be getting enough coins from these, and then it actually wasn't. First. Oh, 3 power priest. And bonus cards. More trip than Zero. The least favorite tiles, which is surprising given that I had the Earth one, but I guess I missed Water one. Not a ton from bonuses, but I got enough. Well, actually, I'm pretty happy with 15, given that I'm dwarves with the ship scoring in the game. Only 14 off towns. It's probably because of that slightly unfortunate Power Town taking the workers action. 12 network. Only 11 Colts. A bit sad given that I put a decent bit of effort in, but it is what it is. 24 dwarf points. That was really where it came from, I suppose. Well, that was an interesting game. Guess I'm back to number one in the arena ladder. That's always nice. Strong. This is a good table, and everyone had decent games. I think Nomads, I thought, played decently. They just had maybe a little bit less resources than I thought they'd have. Well, I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks everyone for talking. Despite the technical difficulties, this ended up being a pretty good one.